Hi there, guys. Just checking out how much light is coming from behind me. Okay, I shall move over by a bit. Okay, awesome. We are live for the Scorpio season collective reading for Spirit Family, Spirit Mysteries. And I am really excited to do this on a really auspicious alignment of different planets and movements of the moon that we are going through at the moment. So I'll just talk us through that briefly. So we've got so much going on at the moment. We've just come out of a Mars retrograde in Aries, and we're now firmly into a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, which started, the Mercury retrograde started on the 14th, and Scorpio season started yesterday, which is very, very exciting. Everyone loves this time of year. We've got a lovely Scorpio devil in the community whose birthday is tomorrow, so I'm wishing him a big happy birthday. And he's actually a double Scorpio, and then some, a lot more fire as well. And me too as well. I've got Venus, Mars and Uranus in Scorpio. And not only that, we've got Venus, Mars and Uranus all, in this alignment at the moment, which is crazy. So I'm really feeling that Scorpio nature coming through. We're right in the center of this Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter corridor, where we've just, got all of these crazy energies. We had a Saturn retrograde as well. So there's been all this sense of karma, things changing, things moving. A lot of big cycles have been really kind of reaching their crescendo. And, we're not out of it yet, but it's that sense that there is this, things are just moving, they just don't stop moving at all. And, we just almost have to just hold on for dear life, hold on to the mast and ride the waves. So this is very much that time. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I've been feeling a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of long time held emotional trauma from my childhood, stuff that my inner child needs healing for. A lot of stuff coming up about my past and about my parentage and about my lineage and how that all plays into who I am standing here today. And so I've definitely been feeling a lot of that moon energy has been swirling around us this week. And a lot of possibilities as well. There's a lot of wheel of flow energy at the moment as well. We're flowing from the moon into the sun today. And, all of these beautiful moon cards were coming up. And I had a very specific intention to talk about the moon because we have a really powerful wisdom full moon on the 31st of October 2020, which is also Halloween, and it is going to be a full moon in Taurus, and it is the third supermoon in a row as well in this trio of supermoons that are happening this year, and this is the third one of the set. So I can feel it's going to be really, really powerful. There's a lot of stuff, I think, culminating at this point. There's this Taurian energy really kind of bringing in new beginnings. There's a lot of creation energy with Taurus. There's a lot of harvest. There's a lot of that wheel of flow. There's so many connotations. And so, when I pulled some moon cards for us earlier, we got power. We got the full moon power card come out. So a beautiful representation of the full moon in Taurus that we're edging towards. And it was the number 16, breaking down to a 7. We also got another almost full moon in self-reflection. It's a waxing gibbous moon. But it's almost like this is where we are right now, just before we roll into the hunter moon. And it's the hunter's moon as well, hunter or huntress moon. And my mum's maiden name was Hunter. So I've always carried the Hunter clan Scottish name as well. So this hunter moon has so much relevance for me, being a Taurus moon. And then what was really beautiful was what came out afterwards was another full moon card. It's actually it's really, really white. I hope you can see that. But this is the snow moon of purity, which is just gorgeous. I really love that. So it's like I've got 2 full moon cards here. I've got 2 full moon cards as we race towards this. We charge like the bull towards this full moon. And I've had all these other orbs and sort of planets sort of coming up through these cards. Like we've got the spiral from the Magical Shaman deck, which was number 50, which like breaks down to a 5, which is change. And then from the Oh So Glorious Osho, we got We Are the World and Change, which are both a 10, both the ending of a cycle. You know, we've got the change, which is the 10 of the major arcana in this Osho deck. And we've got 10 of rainbows, or the 10 of earth. So we've got the 10 of pentacles, 10 of earth, 10 of rainbows. We are the world. And we've got the 10 of the major arcana, which is change. And we've just done the change energy through our studies with our Patch Tarot Masters group today. So that was a beautiful synchronicity. And all of this swirling orb energy, really feeling like a 10. And we have another 10. I just have to remember where it is, because, yes, we got the 10 of Cups. We also got the 10 of Cups in Osho. And in fact, we got a few more in Osho, which I'll show you now. We got the Page, or the Princess of Cups. And we got the Queen of Wands. And the 3 of Cups. And the Ace of Air. So there's information being revealed. There's understanding and embodiment at the subconscious level. Sort of there's a 5D and a 3D representation of passion coming in, of passion for a project, for a partner, for a relationship, for family members, for whatever it is that drives your passion. There's an embodiment and an integration here, sort of at the 3D level with the 3 of Cups, and then at the 5D integrative inner consciousness level. And when I pulled, I haven't actually pulled any patch cards. I'm just about to do that, but I split the deck at the beginning, and what came out was Resurrection and the 8 of Cups, which was really, really fascinating to have. You know, there's a lot of water, first of all, coming through, you know, with this is a Scorpio reading. This is specifically for Scorpio season. You know, Scorpio is one of the water signs belonging with Cancer and Pisces, but he is a very fiery, very, very fiery water sign. Brings a lot of, you know, there's a lot of that spiritual spark, an intuitive, deep nature to it's very much that connection with the moon as well, through the water, through the moon, through that feminine intuitive side. I definitely sort of very much connect in, especially through my Venus. I mean, I've got Venus, Mars, and Uranus in Scorpio, and I really, really feel that sense of being able to connect in all the different dimensions, sort of having a foot on land and a foot in the spiritual world, and learning how to tame that, really. You know, and as I say that, I've just realized this, we had this card before, you know, reflections. This is like, for me, almost like a 3D and a 5D reflection. You know, there's so much stuff for us being mirrored for us in the physical world and in the ethereal world too. And it's about self-reflection, undeniably. I mean, this is what the moon is about. It's about that inner introspection. And, you know, we are in that lovely limbo between new moon manifestation energy and the full moon wisdom moon energy. So, you know, we're in this creation stage at this point. We're in the alchemy of all these energies. They haven't quite sunk in yet. They haven't quite settled, but they are merging and integrating and blending, and they are already melded. Something is now being created out of these energies that have been swirling, and something new is being born. You know, there's a lot of ace energy. This feels a lot of like wheel of flow, ace energy coming through, sort of new possibilities in this time. So, you know, where are we? Where are we putting our focus as we're in this creative alchemical stage between going from manifesting only to now seeing this come into being? So what work do we need to do? And I feel the work is on the emotions. You know, we've got the Page of Cups and the 10 and the 3. And obviously all of the moon water that I've shown you already. And many paths and possibilities also came up. So, you know, again, it's like the wheel of flow, all these possibilities, all of this change, we have possibilities here. But as we do so, it's about, as we roll through all of these changes, it's about the power and the purity that we bring to it, that we bring to our own self-reflection, in fact, as well. This isn't quite yet an external sort of vibration. This is much more about what we're doing on our inner selves, what we're doing with our inner work, with our inner energy work. And I think, you know, so much of that is about the emotions. It's about this deep well of emotions that's being shaken up at the moment. There's a lot of feminine energy coming down from a lot of these alignments as well. And I'm sure I've missed one out that I was going to talk about, but it doesn't matter. You know, there's just so much happening at this particular time. Oh yeah, and we've got Chiron and Cetus constellations sort of sitting above, like crowning above, you know, all of these planetary alignments as well. The wounded healer, Cetus, the sea monster, you know, this well of emotion going in the belly of the whale, really coming face to face with our demons, coming face to face with our fears. That moon energy is calling us to sort of lay everything bare and let it all come up from the abyss, from the deep, so that we can really see ourselves finally as the waters have cleared, you know, as the dust has settled a little bit. You know, everything's being shaken up, like I said, like a typhoon, like a cyclone. And that's important because all of this really deep stuff does get shaken, and it is rising to the surface. And we also have to just remain with that flow and not get attached to things, or love things as they come up, but not get too attached to them. And I think you'll be pleased to see them on their way out as well. You'll recognize them as they leave and be blessed that this is something that you've really healed and really dealt with. So let's pull a situation advice outcome on this with the Patch Tarot and see for the collective of Spirit Family and Spirit Mysteries, what is the situation advice outcome that we can pull down from these oracles from the Patch Tarot for Scorpio season? Thank you, Spirit. We already have resurrection. So we already have this sense of wheel of flow, the change, the possibilities, the endless, everlasting mandala, the fractals forever. the everlasting cycle of the sun and the moon chasing each other around the sky. There's a beautiful sort of symbiosis and synchronicity of, you know, all these alignments that we might think are rare and random and wondrous. They are just like the changing of a clock. Wow, that's beautiful. And the Princess of Cups. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to keep this quick. It is 15 minutes. We're going to go for about 3 more minutes. So let's just like see what these cards tell us about what we've already said. So we got the 9 of Cups and the King of Swords come out, and their colors made them look like they were like twinned cards. Look at the twin color energy, the blues and the pinks of the 9 of Cups and the King of Swords. That's amazing. So there's a lot of crown energy coming through and a lot of more water. You know, there's so much blue coming through, and there's all of, you know, then we have the Princess of Cups. We've already got the Princess of Cups from the Osho deck as well. So this is really about connecting in, grounding into your emotions and finding this stillness, this balance within. It does mean sort of doing some work to, you know, if we look at it as there's a sort of an analytical approach, almost constructive, perhaps, not just analytical, but constructive, some sort of king-like structure, emperor structure of the king to open a door to the emotions. You don't have to go to war with all of them. You don't have to bring, a debate to everything. But it's about just recognizing, using those other mental capabilities that aren't about analysis and aren't about fixing and fiddling and making things better or different. Just that ability to listen, to tune in to what's really going on inside. The ability to really see and observe what's going on around you in the 3D, 4D, 5D, other D, especially within you. And so I feel like the situation is, you know, there's this need to bring balance to the emotions. And we need to do this in a very nurturing but constructive way, so that doesn't go off the rails, that it doesn't become too, I don't know, I felt like saying stuck then. And yet air is about allowing the flow, I suppose. There's a sense of bringing more flow, you know, just keeping an eye on yourself that you don't get lost in your emotions, but actually you're really addressing them and you're really listening to them and allowing both your feminine and masculine parts of you to really come into that harmony. And that's where we get to with the 9 of Cups. This is about inner harmony between the masculine and the feminine. You could even go so far as to say the pink and the blue, the boy and the girl, the little inner child. But all the cups are the same color in this card. And it represents, you know, 9 is wish fulfillment. 9 is the completion of something beautiful coming into harmony and a sense of completeness or completion. And so this is a lovely sense of being at one with yourself. This isn't an external relationship. This is the one that you have with yourself. And it's actually, you know, all the cups are the same color. It's like all of them have been accepted in to the gang, to the tribe. They're all part of the same. Each one of these is a different aspect of you. And they're all in harmony. They're all part of this wonderful system. Nothing is isolated or excluded. It's all embodied. And, you know, we've got harmony in Osho. This is the 10 of Cups. This is the ultimate fulfillment as well in love. Princess of Cups, Page of Cups, which is understanding. And understanding for me really sounds like embodiment. Embodiment, you know, embodiment of consciousness. So as we roll towards this moon, remember that, you know, we are all here for each other. We all have this wonderful community that we can support and be a support to. And, you know, this is very much us. We are the 10 of Earth. We are creating a new Earth here by all of our good works and all of our good energy and all of our good hearts. But we are also on a journey, aren't we? We're on this spiral journey, roller coaster ride of change that can get a bit crazy. And it's going to get more crazy probably because Mercury retrograde is in full force. Scorpio has been waiting for ages to come out to play. We've got Halloween on this full moon on the 31st. You know, that is a really rare occurrence as well. So there is a lot of energies. The veil is really thin at the moment. You know, the veil is super thin. You know, you can just check yourself in the mirror and you might see things that you hadn't seen before. Mercury retrograde brings us a lot of stuff that perhaps we weren't looking at closely enough before or needs to be healed or revealed. A lot of that stuff will come back around now, especially under a wisdom moon. This is when it's all going to get revealed. So look, take care of yourselves and take care of your emotions. Take care of your inner sanctuary and love your temple. Look after it and look after each other. This is the way that we're going to ride this wave. Yeah, we'll have to see how Scorpio's going to treat us. But I think she'll be gentle. I hope so. So I love you, my spirit family. I hope that you have a wondrous Scorpio season, and I will see you soon. Okay, and that was 2222. Perfect timing. See you soon.